Hey, listen up there, YouTube. Chip here with Indian Motorcycles of Orlando. Hey, good morning, my peeps. Hey, coming up here to the Indian River here in the Rockledge View. I want to take a few minutes this morning to ride this section of the Indian River. Always a pleasant ride. Hope you can enjoy the ride with me this morning. We're going to look at this beautiful sunrise. Guys, check this out. Look at this beautiful sunrise. Guys, does it get any better than that? This is what it's all about, riding in Central Florida. You know, getting up early, checking out this beautiful sunrise. Look at that horizon, guys. You know, it just amazes me. It doesn't matter how many times you look at the same horizon, it looks different and amazing each and every day. What a gift. You know, just amazing. You know, to wake up to this in the morning. So I want to share this with you this morning. I want to share these joggers with you this morning. Watch out that I don't run them over. And the dog walkers, and you know, we got bicyclists on this road as well, so all these things you got to be cautious of. I just want to share this beautiful view with you this morning, talk about the ride. You know, hey, you know, as a motorcyclist, you know, it's always fun to talk about motorcycles. You know, look at that beautiful view, guys. I mean, just look at that. So it's always fun to talk about motorcycles, but you know, one of the great things about motorcycling is the ride. You know, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Who are you going to do it with? And this is the things I like to focus on. You know, having the perfect bike to do all those perfect activities, like, you know, ride the river road at sunrise. Now these are the things that'll make your life better. You know, take you out of the therapy office. You know, I mean, motorcycling is my therapy. You know, this is what brings me peace of mind. Gets me prepared for the day, helps me clear out all the crap that's rolling around the back of my head, you know, and I think we all have that, you know. So we got to find a way to loosen up and relax. You know, for me, this is what it's all about. You know, this early morning ride. This is what gets my creative juices flowing. You know, gets me relaxed. You know, puts me in a good state of mind. And I think that if you were to experience it, it would do the same for you. You know, I know that many times, you know, my wife will make this ride with me. She used to have her own bike. We'd ride together. After her surgery, she hasn't been able to ride. But, you know, we ride together, you know, enjoy this ride, you know, share the moment, you know, and I think that's important. You know, it's a good bonding time for us. You know, I think that, you know, if you motorcycle together with your spouse, you know, it's always, I think, a good bonding moment. It gives you time to be together and reflect, and you know, you're not listening to the radio or, you know, you're talking about unimportant things. You know, you're just experiencing life together, you know, sharing experiences. I think that's really important. Things that you can look back on in life and talk about later. Tell your friends about, you know. So if you get the opportunity to do that, I highly recommend it. And if you get the opportunity to ride this river road here, this is the Rockledge View. If you ever get the chance to come down here, I mean, guys, look at this view. Who wouldn't want to get up and see this in the morning? You know, look at that. So I highly recommend it. You know, this is you know, the road that runs parallel to US 1, but it's the more what they call the scenic route. You know, slow speed limits through here. You know, we got some speed bumps, and you know, you're not going to be racing through here, but you know, the ride is just amazing. You know, the view, the homes here. It's got some great homes down here, and you know, really pleasant view. So, and again, you know, it's a highly recommended ride if you're on a motorcycle. Obviously, like I said, if you're a jogger or a bicyclist, you probably enjoy this view as well. But you know, as a motorcyclist, I got to tell you, this is an amazing ride every morning. I would take it whenever I get the chance. Nope, I must have some kind of marathon going on, preparing for the race. But look at that beautiful view, guys. It just doesn't get any better than that. Because this is what motorcycling is all about in Florida. You know, hey, that we live in a state where you can ride year-round, guys. I mean, geez, you know, I ride, you know, no matter what the weather's like, you know, rain, shine, you know, blazing heat, freezing cold, it don't matter. But fortunately, we live in a state where, you know, we don't get snow. That's always a plus when you're on two wheels, you know. But the other thing is, even when it's cold, you know, if you dress appropriately, it's not so bad, you know. Nice thing about Florida, you can go to the local Goodwill and, you know, some of these thrift shops, and you can buy ski clothes for next to nothing, because hey, it's Florida. Who needs ski clothes in Florida? Well, you know, maybe motorcyclists, maybe, you know, but that's what I do. You know, I buy that nice clothes on the cheap, you know, keep warm, keep dry if I can. You know, again, I bought rain gear also from the local thrift stores and Goodwill. But I love these rides, you know, you're getting up early, you know, here's some folks here walking out, husband and wife, you know, that's always a great thing. Like I said, just share these moments, you know, if walking is your thing, cycling, jogging, walking the dog, you know, all great things to do on a road like this. Again, my thing just happens to be motorcycling. And I think that if you're listening to this video, that's probably your thing too. I can't imagine, you know, you've been searching for dog walking videos and you came across me, although I guess it could happen. But if you're a motorcyclist, you like to ride, you know, I highly encourage you to get up and hit the road and, you know, find that perfect riding spot for you. Again, you know, this is my perfect riding spot. You know, some people like to, you know, they might like riding in the city at midnight or, you know, riding across the desert at sunset, you know. I mean, everybody I'm sure has their different idea what a perfect ride would be. I mean, I've seen the pictures from some of these eagle riders out there, you know, taking tours across the country, you know, taking, you know, Grand Canyon and, you know, these, you know, great, you know, tours across the desert and these, you know, great open spaces and forests that, you know, and state parks that are here and there, you know. I mean, there's so many different places to ride. You know, again, I feel fortunate to live in Florida that I can, you know, I can ride every day. You know, I don't have to plan my trips around them. You know, I mean, every day is a road trip for me. And I kind of like it that way. You know, I haven't owned a car in about 5 years now. Put about 20,000 miles a year on a bike. And I love it. You know, I just... it's turned out to be me. When I first decided to go that route, you know, I wasn't sure how it would work out, but I got no regrets. You know, I'd rather have a bike than a car at this point. Well, look at that though. It's one of my favorite signs. That's all, you know, the curves ahead signs, you know, always tells me that there's fun ahead. You know. But look at the view, guys. I mean, just check this view out. I mean, I mean, you can't experience this in a car. You know. If you're enclosed in a little box, you know, you lose that freedom. So certainly, if you get the opportunity, I do highly recommend you ride the river roads. You know, we live in an area of Florida where there's a lot of barrier islands along the East Coast, and there are a lot of beautiful riding roads that run along these rivers. Again, most of them are designated as scenic sites, so, you know, the speed limits are pretty slow, but that's okay. You know, I mean, yeah, guys, enjoy the ride, you know, don't rush through, you know, stop and smell the roses, as they say, or the sunset. I don't know if a sunset has a smell, but hey, or sunrise, but it certainly looks beautiful. I mean, just look at the colors in the sky, how they reflect on the water. I mean, what a masterpiece, you know. And I think that you know, there are so many different things out there that, you know, when you're out there that are inspiring. And if you're on the bike, I think that you can enjoy it more. And again, you know, you can experience more of life when you're not cooped up inside a car. You know, I think you're more aware of what's going on around you. So it makes the ride a little bit better. So again, I just want to thank you for sharing this ride with me this morning. This is, again, Chip from Indian Motorcycles of Orlando. I hope to share many more rides with you. Of course, I will be sharing some information about motorcycles. I know that's probably what you want to tune in for, you know, find out more about motorcycles, and I'll certainly like to satisfy that appetite for you, you know, because I do like talking about motorcycles. It is one of my favorite things to do. And but again, the ride is important. You know, I think that you know, picking out the right bike all leads to the perfect ride. And I'd like to help you do that, guys. If you get a chance, you know, give me a holler over here at Indian Motorcycles of Orlando, and I'll help you pick out the perfect bike for that perfect ride. I expect that, you know, there's a lot of places out there where you go and, you know, they'll help you pick out a bike based on, hey, you know, hey, this is a pretty bike. You know, I can put some stuff on there that I think you'll like, you know. But, you know, you come talk to me. We'll go over it. We'll talk about the ride, and then we'll figure out which is the best bike for you. What's gonna, you know, where you're gonna invest your money wisely. You know, motorcycling isn't a cheap hobby, but it can be extremely rewarding. I can't think of money better spent than on a motorcycle. You know, as far as either transportation and or you know, recreation. You know, so if you'll give me a call, check. You know, you can either you know, email me, or I'll, you know, put my Facebook information on the video. That way, you know, if there's anything I can do to help you pick that right bike or give you advice for the right ride, you know, I'd be happy to do that. Again, I love motorcycling. I love to talk to fellow motorcyclists. I think that you know, it's an exciting thing to do. I think there's, you know, the camaraderie. I mean, you've been out there, you've seen, you know, you're coming down the road, you put your hand out, you wave to the guy coming, you know, the opposite direction on a bike, you know, you get the little high five sign, you know. There's a camaraderie that's out there with motorcyclists. I think that, you know, we all understand that there is something special that could be had on two wheels, you know, life behind the bars, as they say. You know, the good bars, these bars, the handlebars, you know. But guys, I mean, here we go. Look at this beautiful sunrise. You know, I highly encourage anybody to get up, ride a river road at sunrise. You know, and if you live on the West Coast, hey, ride the river road at sunset. You know, I'm sure the effect is similar. I hope to do that someday. You know, there's some motor vloggers out that way that I'd like to go out and hook up with, and take some of those rides along the West Coast. You know, the Gulf Coast out there. I've seen some of the rides that they take out there, and I've thought, hey, you know, I'd really like to do that. You know, and I'm sure that if I hook up with the right guy, they're gonna show me the great places, those little secret places that you know, people are unaware of. And look forward to doing that. But again, this is a Chip from Indian Riders, Indian Motorcycle of Orlando. Hope to talk to you soon. Keep watching my YouTube page, my Facebook page. I will post more content. And again, talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.